Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So, this is the presentation for today. We are already on the 18th of May. What do you think of that? And this is what we are going to be doing. First, today we're going to start working on Unit 3, right? Last class we finished Unit 2 with all your presentations. And well, the first activity on the unit is a reading activity that we will be working on. And the tenses that we will be working on in this unit are past simple and past continuous. Which were the tenses that we worked on the previous unit? We had two as well. Do you remember?
What?
Yes.
What tenses did we learn in Unit 2? They were simple and continuous as well, but they were not the past. They were the present. Good. The present simple and present continuous. And have you ever heard of past simple and past continuous? Do you know those tenses?
Yes.
Yes, no, more or less. We're going to be working on them. Okay, but before we start, I want you to watch a little clip. We're going to watch a part of this clip because I'm sure that you know the movie. So, oh, let me check if the sound is on.
Excuse me, do you mind? Everywhere else is full. Not at all. I'm Ron, by the way. Ron Weasley. I'm Harry Potter. So it's true. I mean, do you really have the what? The scar. Oh, wicked.
Anything off the trolley, dears?
No thanks. I'm all set. We'll take the lot. Whoa.
Okay, so do you recognize this movie?
Yes.
Yes. What is it? Which movie is it?
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Very good. It's very famous. Do you like it?
Yes.
Yes, it's one of my favorites. And what is this? Where are they going?
In a train.
They are in a train. This is called the Hogwarts Express, right? And they are going to Hogwarts.
Yes.
We have in the story we met two characters. Who are they?
Ron and Harry.
Ron and Harry. Good. And there's another main character that is a female. Who is the third friend?
Hermione.
Hermione. Very good. Sorry? Ah, okay. So this one is the little introduction, and I want you to keep this picture of the train in mind. And with that, we are going to start working with Unit 3. If you have your book, open it on page 33. It looks like this. So I'm going to show it to you here. This is the introduction of the unit. And we have this picture of, okay, what is this picture? What can we see here?
Child reading.
Hi, Agus. Okay, we see a girl. What is she doing?
Reading.
She's reading. We can see that she has some toys. There are some books and a basket. And it says, I'm too old for stories. What do you think this unit may be about?
Books. Stories.
Books or
stories.
books and stories. Very good. This one is about stories. And take a look. She has a hoodie. What is she dressed as?
La Perucita Roja.
Yes. It's Little Red Riding Hood. That's a big name. Good.
Un poquito.
And yes. And the unit 3 is called Read All About It. As you said, we are going to be working with stories in this unit. And, well, do you like stories?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Why do you think we like stories so much? Have you ever cried watching a movie? Or a book?
Yes.
Yes. Don't you think that's a little weird? Because you know that what is happening is not true. You know that it is fiction, but we still cry. Why do you think that happens?
A veces.
Yeah, sometimes.
No sé cómo decir, pero es como, tipo, meterse en otra historia, en otra vida que como, es como interesante ver, no sé, algo, no sé
Yeah.
cómo decirlo.
Yes, I agree. I like stories a lot. And what do you prefer? Do you prefer reading or watching a movie or maybe some video games like Assassin's Creed, right? They tell a story as well. They are some kind of interactive story. So which one is your favorite kind of storytelling?
I think I prefer reading.
Mm-hmm. Movies are very relaxing and TV series as well, but I enjoy reading very much. Okay, so bearing that in mind, we are going to move on to the next page, page 34 and 35, and we're going to do a reading activity, right? This is what the page looks like. Oh, what a unusual train. Oh my God, what is this story going to be about? We'll see.
Which page, miss?
The next one, it's page 34 and 35. The reading text, the text is on 35, but the activities are on page 34. So, we're gonna start with, well, no, we're gonna skip this one. Here we have 3 headlines. What are headlines? What does headline mean? Good. They are at the beginning of a story and they tell what the story is going to be about. They are like a title. But we are going to move on to exercise 2. It says read on. And here we have 3 pictures. We're going to be reading a piece of news, right? We're going to be reading a story about the rescue of a family. Take a look at the pictures. What is happening here?
Two are going to sail.
Yes, we can see a boat or a canoe, a girl and a boy. It looks like they're going to paddle. Good. Here, what can you see?
A train.
A train. And here we have some people that have orange jackets. Do you think they are regular people or what?
No. Policeman, I don't know.
They look like officers.
Yes.
Good. And here, picture C?
A family.
Family viviendo. No, se están por ir en el tren, creo.
Yeah, we don't know what is happening, but we haven't read the story yet. But what do you think happened? Can you make a guess? Taking into account the 3 pictures. Sorry?
Que se van de viaje en tren o algo así.
Okay, that is a good guess, that maybe they take a trip on a train. Good. And, well, we're going to read the story and see what happened. But before that, I want you to keep in mind that we are going to do a different exercise today. Usually we have a true or false or something like that. But today, the exercise is called gapped text. Can you see the exam tip? There's a little box that says gapped text. Yes?
Sí.
What we will have to do now is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sentences from A to H, yes, that have been taken out of the text. So let's see. This is the text. If you take a look, in each paragraph, we have paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Each paragraph has a gap. Yes, this little space with a number. This means that here we have to insert one of the sentences that that we will read now. We have 3 extra sentences. Yes? And this is why the exercise is called gapped text, because there are gaps. So, I want you to pay attention when we read at the words before and after the gap, right? So you need to read, pay attention here and here to the context, and you need to remember not to choose an answer just because you see the same words. Yes, you need to take into account the meaning. So we're going to read the sentences first, then read the whole text, and then try to match. So the first sentence, A, is in the end, John, we don't know who John is yet, rang the police for help. B, although the accommodation was basic, they were warm and they had food. C, they got back safely to their car and went home. D, the children couldn't believe their eyes. E, the children were tired, so they stayed on the boat. F, luckily for the Cluets, there was a railway line just near the house. G, there was no road access, so they parked their car a few kilometers away. H, it was a small and cold, so they wanted to leave. So those are the sentences. Keep them in mind. Now we are going to read the text. So it's called Railway to the Rescue. So let's see. Delphi, can you read the first paragraph?
Yes. ¿Solo leo onda lo que está escrito o también?
Yes. You skip this part.
Okay. On a recent trip, the Clute family had quiet and nature when they were staying in Scotland. The remote holiday cottage Sean and Helen Clute had booked was on the edge of a lake and difficult to get to. The only way to reach the house was on foot or across the water.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Here we have the introduction to the story. We have a family. What is the surname of the family? Cluet. Good. Where are they going? Scotland. They're going in a remote cottage. What is something that is remote? Is it close or far away? Like remoto.
I don't know.
This means in a far away cottage. A cottage is like a cabin, right? And they had to get to the cabin through a lake because they could not go by car. Yes, they had to go. They had what is the edge of a lake?
La orilla.
Right, the border. Very good. Very good. Now we're gonna go to the second one. Let's see what happened. Tommy, can you read it?
Yes. Sorry. Fortunately, the family had their canoe, and so they paddled across the lake. 10 minutes later, they were inside the cottage. John tied their canoe up safely in a little stream behind the house, and so everything was fine until the next morning.
Okay, so we start to get into the story. The family have a canoe. They have they have a canoe and they paddle across the river. They get to the cottage and John tied up. What is tying up? Tied the canoe up in a little stream behind the house.
¿Cansarse?
La ató, right? Ató la canoa para que se quedara. But what happened? I just thought everything was fine, but something happened. We don't know what happened. So let's find out. Simo, ¿te animas a leer?
Yes. The family woke up and found the whole area was underwater. The stream was flowing very fast and the ties around the boats were broken. The canoe had gone. Sean and Helen didn't want to be stuck there. They knew they had to get back to their car. But how? It was too difficult for the younger children to walk on wet ground.
Very good. Thank you. So, what happened? They wake up and they find that the place is a mess. Why?
Because
The whole area was underwater.
¿Se inunda?
Right. There is water everywhere. And they say, well, we have to get to the car, but we don't find the canoe, right? The boat is missing. How can we get to the canoe? So let's see what happened. Lara, can you read number 4?
Yes. The officers were helpful, but they had the family more than advised. The police arranged a train to make an extra stop and pick them up. And it wasn't just any train. The next service that was passed was a wonderful steam train called the Jacobite. It runs through trips through beautiful countryside, and on its route it crosses the Glenfinnan Viaduct.
Very good. Very good. So now we have a solution. What happened? We have officers and the police. What did they do? They made an arrangement, so they make a phone call or something like that for a train. So you know that trains go on the railway and they make stops. They go and stop. They have fixed stops. They always stop at the same places. But they made an arrangement for the train to make an extra stop and pick the family up and take them to a safe place. But this is not an ordinary train, right? What is this train called?
The
Jacobite. Very good. And it's usually a tourist train. So let's see why this is not an ordinary train. Fede, can you read?
Yes. Letter B.
This one. Yes, number 5.
As soon as they knew about the plan, the family threw their stuff into bags and boxes. While they were running up to the railway line, the train appeared on the tracks. When the train stopped right next to them, they were smiling with excitement. Do you know why? It wasn't just because they were safe. The kids recognized the train from a story they knew. Do you recognize it too?
Okay, very good. Thank you. So, they get on the train. They are safe. They didn't die. They're very happy about it. Good. But also, why were the kids so excited? They recognized the train. What train is it? Do you remember the clip that we watched at the beginning?
The Harry Potter train.
Right. So it's the train that was used to film the Harry Potter movie. It's actually a train in Scotland that's called the Jacobite, and that is the train that helped them to get to safe land. So, what do you think? Would you like to get in that train? Would you be surprised as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, now that we have read the text, we will match each paragraph with the correct letter. So let's see. This is the first paragraph. This one was about introducing not the characters, but the family and the place. And we say that the remote holiday cottage was on the edge of a lake and difficult to get to. The only way to reach the house was on foot or across the water. So let's see. Which sentence do you think can can match this gap?
They got back.
There was on a road.
They are describing the cabin. They are describing how to get to the cabin. What do you think?
Sí.
No les escucho.
There was a road.
This one, there was no road access. G.
No, letter C.
Let's see. Letter C is they got back safely to their car and went home. But did they go home? They are just...
No.
No.
Yo creo que es la G. Sí.
Yes, you are right. Take a look. This sentence explains why in the next sentence after the gap, it says that they had to get to the house by foot or by water. So, if we take a look at the text, it says the only way to reach the house was on foot or across the water. That is because they had to park their car a few kilometers away. Very good. Now we move on to the second paragraph. Here we have the description of how they got on the boat, right? So they had a canoe, they paddled across the lake. 10 minutes later, they were inside the cottage, blah, blah, blah. John tied the canoe up in a little stream. Let's see the sentences.
A.
A, this one, in the end, John rang the police for help.
No.
They didn't need help yet. They were just getting to the cottage. Here we are introduced to the cottage. So now we need something to describe the cottage.
E.
The children were tired, so they stayed on the boat.
Yes.
It's actually B. Take a look. We have sentence B. It says, although the accommodation, do you know this word?
No.
Accommodation is used to describe any place that you stay at when you travel. So a hotel, a cottage, a cabin, anywhere that you stay. Acomodación. No, it's not. Yeah, this is a place where you stay when you travel. So the accommodation, that is the cottage, was basic, but it was warm, or they were warm, and they had food. So we use B because it gives more information about the inside of the cottage. They get into the cottage and they go to sleep. The next morning, they have the problem. So let's see in the next one. Here they wake up, there's water everywhere. They know that they have to get out, they are stuck, and they don't know what to do, right? So take a look here. The children cannot walk, and then the officers appear and help them. That is the next sentence. So what sentence do you think?
F. La F.
There was a railway. I think we are going to need that one later.
I think that A.
I think that it's A.
In the end, John rang the police for help. You are correct. We need letter A because in the next paragraph, we have the word officers. And then if you do not have that sentence, it's like, where did they come from, right? ¿De dónde aparecieron estos oficiales? ¿Tuvieron poderes mentales de conexión? No. John rang the police. Very good. The next paragraph, they gave the family more than advice, blah, blah, blah. The police arranged for a train to make an extra stop. Now we're introduced to the train. So, what sentence do you think? You already named this one. Ya la mencionaron.
D.
No, ya lo usamos, ¿eh? B is already used.
Oh no, D. No, D.
The children couldn't believe these eyes.
E.
The children were tired, so they stayed on the boat. But there was no boat. The boat was gone. Durmiendo con los peces estaba el boat.
La que se usó recién, la que dije recién.
Yes. Luckily for the Cluets, there was a railway line. Take a look. It explains how the location of the line can help the police rescue the family. If you take a look at the text, let's go to the text. It mentions the officers, that they helped the family. And then they arranged for a train to make an extra stop. But for the train to make a stop, we need the railway, right? The railway, what is the railway?
Las vías.
Correct.
Huh?
So a train is on the railway, so we need the railway for the train to appear. Correct. And we have the last one. Here, they know about the plan. They throw their stuff into bags and boxes. They run up to the railway and the train appears. Something happens. When the train stopped right next to them, they were smiling with excitement. Take a look. ¿Quiénes son they? Necesitamos ahí algo que nos explique eso. So, let's find the sentence. Ay, ¿por qué no se me abre? Okay. Which sentence do you think?
D.
Good. The children couldn't believe their eyes. Good. So in this case, this is the children's reaction. They were like amazed. And the them and the they in the following sentences refers to the children. Right? So, they were smiling with excitement and next to them. Good. So, Write the answers down. Do you think this is difficult or easy?
More or less.
More or less. You have to pay attention. You have to be very careful. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Good. We are going to do a last exercise here. This one is related to, wait, we have someone in the chat. Miss, se me corta todo y no puedo escuchar. ¿Les pasa a todos o es algo del wifi de Ampis?
A mí también me pasa.
Te escucho bien.
¿A vos también? Bueno, cualquier cosa pueden ver el video. You can watch the video later, or I don't know what we can do in this situation.
Pueden intentar salir y volver a entrar a la reunión quizás.
Okay. If that helps, you can try it. Yes. We are going to be here, so. Okay, now we need to find certain words or phrases that are in the story to match these meanings. The first one is in paragraph 1, and it means far from other people. So we will do this all together because this one is, we need a team mind. So we have recent. Does it mean far away or close? We need to find a word that means far from other people. We need an adjective, right? I already mentioned this word.
And remote.
Remote.
Remote. Very good. A remote holiday cottage in Scotland. It was very far from everything, right? So far it was that they had to go on a boat. The second one, it is, yes?
Miss,
Sí.
¿se nos escucha bien?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. The second one is in the second paragraph, and it is held something in place with rope or string. We need a verb here that is in the past tense. What is to hold in place with a rope? Mantener en el lugar con una soga.
Fire it up.
What?
Good. Tied the canoe up. The verb is to tie up. That means he made sure that it was atado, right? He tied up. Ató la. Not very good, because when they woke up, the canoe was no longer there, right? So he did not do a very good job at that. Okay, now we need a word to describe the movement, to say that the water is moving. So we need an ing word here. Let's see.
Flowing.
Flowing. Very good. See that the stream was flowing. Now, for paragraph 3, this is a word that means unable to escape. You are trapped in a way. You cannot escape. So,
Stuck.
stuck. Very good. What does stuck mean? If you're stuck, can you move freely?
No, you're
like estancado, right? You cannot move. You cannot escape. Good. Now we need a word that means collect them. we need to collect someone, right? So we are going to collect a person, and we need a verb. So this is paragraph 4.
Pick them up.
Good. To pick them up. It also works for things as well. If suddenly I drop my pencil and I say, oh, don't worry, I'll pick it up. Yes, lo voy a levantar. In this case, it is used to mean that they got on the train. The train picked them up. Good. And the last one means things or possessions. So this is a noun.
Stuff.
Good. Stuff. They threw their stuff. Stuff quiere decir cosas, their belongings. They threw everything in their boxes and they went on the train. Very good. Do you need a minute to write down the words?
Yes.
No.
Has it ever happened to you that you got stuck somewhere, like an elevator or something like that?
No.
No? It happened to me once in a lift, in an elevator. We could not open the door. Okay, and these are the last ones. Okay, do you have any questions?
No.
Nope. Do you like the story?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a fun one. Okay, we are gonna work on the next page. This one is page 36. But before we go there, we are going to be working with grammar, so we are going to review past simple and past continuous. Okay, so we said that in Unit 2, we learned present simple and present continuous. We said that present simple was used for
La rutina.
a routine. And we said, for example, I wake up at 7 a.m. or she runs every day. Yes? And the present continuous. When did we use present continuous?
At the moment.
In the moment.
Good. Something that happens at the moment of speaking. And we needed what? We said she for run, for example. She is running. So
She is running.
we need the verb to be and
the ing.
And ing.
good. We need the verb to be in the present. So is, are, and the verb in the ing and the ing form. Good. Now we're going to work with past simple and past continuous. Do you think they are similar in any way? We're going to see. First, we're going to start with the functions. When do we use each of these tenses? So we will hear the experience of this lady. She says, in the summer, I saw my friends almost every day. One day, we went to a concert. My favorite band was playing. I met my friends first, then we went for a pizza. The food didn't arrive for a long time, so I was eating my pizza when we had to leave for the concert. We were waiting outside the concert hall in the cold. Suddenly, the singer of the band came out to see her fans. My friend took a photo of me when I was standing next to her. Okay, this is an experience. She's telling us about a time that when she went to a concert. And can you identify one instance or two of the past simple? Which verbs are in the past simple here?
So, and then
Saw.
So my friends.
Meet.
Met.
Friend.
Good.
Band playing.
Went
Very good. And the past continuous?
I was eating my pizza.
I was eating. Good.
I was to her and
I was standing.
Was standing. Good. Very good. So, let's take a look at the uses. In the past simple, we will use the past simple to talk about an action that started and finished in the past. There is no connection with the present, right? This is a concrete action, started, finished in the past. For example, we went to a concert, the food didn't arrive for a long time. To talk about the past. We also use the past simple to talk about a sequence of actions, right? So one completed action after another. I met my friends and then we went for a pizza. This is usually for stories. When you talk about actions, we usually use the past simple and we use a sequence, right? I woke up, I got to school, and then I met my friends. One after the other. And the last one is a past habit or regular past event. Does it sound familiar? This is the past version of the present simple. So if I have a habit in the present, good. If I have a habit in the present, I will use the present simple. Like, I wake up at 7 a.m. Now I am on holidays, so I say, I woke up at 7 a.m. That is a past habit. So, three main uses. For an action that started and finished in the past, for a sequence of actions, one after the other, and for a past habit. Yes? Is this clear?
Yes.
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 Good. Then we move on to the past continuous. We use this tense to talk about an action as well that is a past action in progress when another action occurred. The important thing here is that the action was in progress. It was a progressive action. It's not that one action that was completed in one sentence, an action that took a long time, right? So I was standing next to her, right? So that is an action that took a long time. And then my friend took a photo. The action of taking a photo is up, and the action of standing takes longer. It is in progress. Then we also use the past continuous in stories, usually to set the scene. So when we tell a story, we usually say, well, it was a very nice day. The birds were singing and the sun was shining, and then everything went black. So we use the past continuous to set the scene. The sun was shining, the birds were singing. And then for the actions, we use the past simple. Everything went dark. Yes? And the last use is one in which we have an action in progress in the past. So I was eating my pizza, and then an action that interrupts it. The action that is in progress is usually in the past continuous. And the action that is the interruption is usually the past simple. Yes? So I was eating my pizza. That action was in progress. And this one interrupted it. We had to leave. I could not finish my pizza. Yes?
Yes.
Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Now we move on to the form. This is how to make the sentences with these structures. Look at the past simple. There are two main verbs in the past simple. We have regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are the easiest. Do you know what happens with regular verbs? Like watch. For example, I watched TV.
When they are in the past, we add E and D.
We add ed. Very good. So in this case, the verb is the same for all the pronouns. So I, you, we, he, she, it, they. I think that's it. Para todos los pronombres usamos la misma forma. Va a depender la diferencia acá if the verb is regular or irregular. If the verb is regular, we add ed. I watched, I walked, ¿Qué otro verbo regular hay? No se me está ocurriendo ninguno. But what happens if the verb is irregular? For example, see.
It's changed.
We do not add ed. What happens?
There was.
Take a look here.
The
Which
verb
of these
changes
verbs?
all.
The whole word changes. So which, for example, this one. What is the infinitive of saw?
The word change.
Good.
All the word
The
change.
complete word changes. They do not follow the rule. So, for example, saw is the past tense of see. What about this one? Went. What is the present, the infinitive form?
Go.
Go. What about met?
Of C.
Yes.
Meet.
Meet. Correct. So all of these are irregular verbs. And how do we know which verbs are regular and which ones are irregular? How do you know?
Te los tienen que saber de memoria.
Yeah, that's a sad answer, but that's the truth. Actually, after a while, they sound normal to you, but there is a list that can help you with that. So, la lista de los verbos regulares e irregulares lo pueden encontrar en la última página del handout, que es la 209. You have, this is what the list looks like. We have the infinitive verb, el infinitivo, and then you have two more columns. One that says past, tienen que fijarse en esta, y la otra dice past participle. Por el momento no lean esta porque la vamos a usar para otro tiempo verbal más adelante. Para el tiempo pasado se fijan en la segunda columna.
En el book también está.
Yes, in the book it is in 175. Así que se pueden fijar ahí. That is for the yes, that is for positive sentences. But then we have negatives and questions. And here we will not use those forms. We will use the auxiliary. What is the auxiliary of the past simple?
Did or didn't.
Didn't. Correct. So to make a negative sentence, we will use the subject. We will write didn't or did not. And the verb. What happens to the verb? Is it with ing? Is it with ed?
Queda en infinitivo.
Good. The verb is in the infinitive. That's correct. So to form a negative, we use didn't and the infinitive. To form a question, what happens? We have the auxiliary, the subject, and again, the verb in the infinitive. I do not want to see any INGs, any EDs, nada. Only infinitives. And then the answers are yes, I did, no, I didn't. And that's about it. Is this clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Good. Then we have past continuous. the structure is very similar to the present continuous. Here we also have the verb to be and the verb in the ing and the next verb in the ing. What is the difference? Instead of saying am, is, or are, what are we saying?
Was, were.
Was and were.
Was were.
Good. So here we are also using the verb to be, but not in the present. We will use the verb to be in the past. So that is why we will say I, he, she, it was or wasn't, that is the negative form, watching TV. Always, we always need the ing. With you, we, and they, we use were or weren't. To make a question, we have the optional question word, the auxiliary was or were, the subject, and the verb in the ing. Always verbs in the ing. And the short answers are yes, I was, yes, you were, or no, he wasn't, no, you weren't. I think that the past continuous is easier actually, because it's always the same. Okay, any questions?
No.
No. Great. Now we're going to be working on page 36 on the book. It looks like this. Let me go there. Okay, we're going to start with the first activity with the grammar box. You know these grammar boxes, right? And as usual, como siempre, we have the grammar reference. Todo esto que les acabo de decir, you have it on your books on page 130. La página 130. Oh, lo tengo acá. La página 130 tienen toda la teoría. It looks like this.
Okay.
Yes, so we have... okay, take a look at this. If I say, he was late, is it past simple or past continuous? Yes. Para el pasado simple tenemos que tener en cuenta dos opciones. Si tenemos el verb to be, vamos a usarlo así. He was late. And this is the past simple, yes? If we have any other verb, we will use the regular and irregular theory that we have been covering. Muy bien, acá tienen todo, para cuándo lo usamos, el pasado continuo, cómo se forma, cómo se usa, and this is when to use them together. So we use the past simple for an action that interrupts another action in progress in the past. And I want you to take a look at this. We can use while instead of when, followed by the past continuous. When we want to talk about two actions that happened in the past, for example, I dropped my phone when I was walking last night. What is the action that was in progress?
Walking.
Right. So I was walking, and then the action that interrupted it is I dropped my phone. Good. It is linked by the word when. Estamos usando la palabra when. But we can also use the word while. The only thing is that you have to be careful because cuando usen while, you need to use the past continuous after. So if you use while, it needs to be followed by the past continuous. So you cannot say while I dropped my phone. Bad. You say while they were running up to the railway line, the train appeared. These are the two options, when and while. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
What
Now,
page
we need
is
to...
this?
Sorry?
What page? In what page is
We
the
are
turn?
on page 36 on the book.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we will complete the theory. The first sentence. We have to complete with these 3 words. Well, expressions actually. So, we use the blah 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 for one completed past action after another.
We
Past
use
simple.
the
Past
present
simple and then irregular.
And some verbs, very good, and some verbs are irregular and don't add ed. For example, the family woke up and found the area. Good. B, we use the for actions in progress in the past.
Past continuous.
Past continuous.
The past continues. The stream was
Past
flowing.
continuous.
Correct, that's correct. The next one, we use the for an action that interrupts another action in progress in the past.
Past simple.
Past
Past
simple.
simple.
Yes. For the action that was in progress, we use the
Past continuous.
Past continuous.
past continuous. Good. And the last one, we can use while instead of when before the
Past continuous.
Past continuous.
past continuous. Good. Ya está, ya se lo saben. Les pongo un 10 a todos. Okay. I'll give you a minute to write it down. Okay, are you ready?
yes.
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 We will move to exercise 2. We're going to listen to a girl that is telling us a story, and then we need to choose one option, the correct one. What is she talking about? So this is a short one. Let's see.
I was traveling with my parents in the USA last year. My dad bought a new phone with an amazing camera in New York because he wanted to record our trip. He filmed us while we were sightseeing everywhere. While he was having breakfast one day, I asked to see the videos, but all I could see were pictures of his face. He had the camera in selfie mode the whole time.
Okay. Has that ever happened to you?
A place she enjoyed visiting? No.
No.
Sí.
What do you think?
A time something went wrong on a trip.
Good.
Yes.
At times something went wrong on a trip. What happened? What went wrong? What is the thing that went wrong?
He took a selfie.
No, not she, but her father. Instead of recording everything. We are going to read it. Vamos a ver ahora. Let's go to the next one. We are going to, we have the same story here, but it is written, and we need to choose the correct option for each one of the blank spaces. So let's see. Kiara, can you do number 1?
¿Qué? Miss, Setilo, ¿qué decías?
Yes, if you can do, you have to choose between 2 options to complete the text. Can you do the first one?
Yes. I was traveling with my parents in the USA last year.
Very good. I was traveling, past continuous. Gines, can you do number 2?
Yes. My dad bought a new phone with an amazing camera in New York because he wanted to record our trip.
Good. He bought a phone because he wanted to record the trip. Very good. Rena, number 4.
Yes. He filled us while no, sorry. We're sightseeing everywhere.
What is sightseeing? To be sightseeing. When you are a tourist and you walk in the city and you buy presents and you buy little toys. Como hacer turismo. Good. Ampi, can you do the next one? No sé si a ella se le había cortado, ¿verdad?
Sí, creo que sí.
Bueno. Agus, can you do it?
Yes. While he was having breakfast one day.
Good. While he was having breakfast one day, let's see, Valen Soles. Está silenciada. Okay.
Sorry, Miss.
Yes, who's speaking?
Valentina.
Valen. Okay, great.
I asked to see the videos.
I asked to see the videos, but all I could see were pictures of his face. He had the camera in selfie mode the whole time. Very good. That is why it's called selfie fail. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now we are going to do an exercise that I think this is the first time you have done it. It's called open close. Yes, the thing about this exercise is that you will have a gap in the text, right? A blank space, and you have to fill it with one word. You will not have any clues. I mean, yes, you will have clues, but you will not have anything in between brackets, or you will not have options to choose from. You have to decide from the context. So let's go to exercise 5. Let's take a look at this exercise. That is why it's called open close. So we have a story. Yes, this is the picture. If I can open it. I think I cannot. Yes, this is the picture. We have a little girl, well, not so little. This is the drain. And this is, what does she have in her hand? What does it look like?
Her cell phone.
Her cell phone. Okay, so let's see what happened to her. It's called down the drain. So let's see.
What is
the drain?
Yes.
The drain is that thing in the street. That one where the water, that is usually in the street for the water when it rains to go down.
Ya sé lo que pasa.
Yes, yeah, you can imagine. Okay, so let's see, Tommy, can you start?
Yes. A team of firefighters were surprised when they found a teenage girl stuck in a drain. Ella Bridgenose Mm, was talking to someone on her smartphone in the street.
Was talking to someone on her smartphone in the street. Good. We have the ing, so that is why we say, I think the past continuous might be here. Good. Delphi, can you do the next one?
Yes. After her call, she tried to put it in her pocket but missed and it fell.
It pee down. I will help you a little bit here because they are very specific verbs. They fell down the drain. So what happened? She's talking, and then when she wants to put it in her pocket, boom, it fell down the drain.
Okay.
We need to use the past simple because it's a completed past action, and the use of the word down means that we need fell down.
Okay.
Okay. Simona, can you do the next one?
Okay. Then Ella así desayuno. Did.
Do we do decisions? What happens? Which word would you use with decision?
Take.
Take? You make. So in this case, we say Ella made a silly decision. Here again, we are encountered with collocations. Yes, collocations are words that usually go together. So we say, do your homework, make a cake, make a decision. We do not have any deeper explanation than just they go together. They are collocations. But the past simple was correct. She took off the drain cover, that is, she did this, and jumped into the hole to get her phone back. That is very silly indeed. So let's see, Lara, can you do the next one? Oh, the only problem was she couldn't get out again.
She took off the drain cover and jumped into the pool to get her phone back. The only problem was she couldn't get out again.
Read what follows.
I don't know.
Ella was sitting in the hole. More and more people turned up. We need to connect the two actions. What about the rest? Does anyone have any ideas?
While.
Good. In this case, we need to connect the two actions, and because we have the past continuous, we will use while. So, while Ella was sitting in the hole, more and more people turned up. Very good.
Okay.
Juani. Are you here? Are you not?
Can I do it, miss?
Who is speaking? Fede?
Fede.
Yes.
Some of them even were taking photos when they were... No, some of them took photos when they were ringing for the firefighters to arrive.
Good. In this case, you said took photos. That's correct. You take a photo, and we use the past simple because this is a completed past action. So that's very good. But then we do not say hauling, but waiting for the firefighters because we have the verb arrive, right? Someone had already called the firefighters and they were waiting. While they waited, they took photos. Very good. And we have the last one, Marty. Creo que te salté en la anterior.
¿Cómo?
¿Te salté en la ronda anterior?
No.
No. Entonces,
I can do.
yes.
When Ella mom arrived, they talked loud about the situation. Eventually, the firsters came. Ella said, when they pulled me out, I ran straight home and jumped in the bath.
I will help you here. When they pulled me out. This is very specific. That is why this will not be on your term test or on any test that I take you because this is very specific. To take someone out, that is this action. La sacaron del drenaje and then of course she went home and took a bath because I imagine that the smell was not very pretty. Okay. I give you 1 minute for you to write it down. Oh, and I don't know if we have enough time. Es que empezar una página del handout ahora it's not very useful. No, we do not have enough time. Okay. Are you ready?
1 second, miss.
We have more time for the game. We have a game of teams today. So are you ready to fight?
Yes.
Sacarse la sangre. Mientras terminamos de escribir, le voy contando a Simona que nosotros tenemos una pequeña competencia en la cual dura durante todo el año, que son 2 equipos, boys versus girls, y al final de cada clase tenemos un juego. El equipo que gana se lleva un punto y al final de año, no sé, el equipo ganador se llevará algún premio sorpresa. Así que hoy se suma un nuevo integrante al equipo de las girls.
Miss, ¿es Kahoot?
No es Kahoot. Es uno medio parecido al Jeopardy. Es bastante extraño, ya lo van a ver. Ok, ready?
Yes.
Miss, recién ahora se puede escuchar bien, así que ahora sí te escucho bien.
Ah, bueno, great. Cualquier cosa, si te quedaste con dudas o alguna explicación más que nada,
Sí,
podés
seguro veo el
revisar el
video.
video o la presentación.
Yes.
Y miren, ahora les muestro en mi delirio místico, flashé que íbamos a hacer esta página del libro, esta página del handout, digo, esta y esta.
No,
Fue un delirio místico, como les digo. Pero bueno. This is what the game looks like. We have the 2 teams. We have 20 numbers. You will have to pick a number. And then, miren, les voy a hacer uno de prueba. A ver which one will be the test one.
Sí, no, lo jugamos el año pasado, creo.
¿Ya lo saben usar?
Sí, creo que sí. Creo que jugamos.
No.
Miren, les muestro el número 5.
¿De verdad?
Here, we will have different tenses. Nosotros vamos a usar presente simple, presente continuo, pasado simple o pasado continuo. Bien, porque son los que cubrimos. Y por ejemplo, yo elijo past continuous. I will have to make up a sentence, either a question, an affirmative sentence, or a negative sentence, using when you called in the past continuous. So, when you called, you were fishing in the lake, right? So, or I was fishing. In that case, como yo dije you instead of I, me sacaría un poquito de puntos. Pero esa es la idea. Tienen que hacer oraciones con los elementos que se ven en las cards. Were you fishing at the lake or I wasn't fishing at the lake? Ustedes eligen. Yes? Y esta opción se desapareció. Okay, which one will be team number 1?
Girls.
The girls? Okay, girls, pick a number. 7.
20.
Pick a 10.
17. Present continuous.
Present continuous?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
A horse
is running.
The horse
no,
is
was running.
No, present continuous.
No, present.
Horse
Running
is
the beach
in the camp.
right
Yeah, what is that? A horse is running in the field. In this case, le erraron a uno de los, vamos a decir, si le erran a uno de los elementos, les doy 5 puntos. Si el error es en el tiempo verbal, 0 puntos. Y si todo está correctísimo, les doy 10 puntos. So, boys. Boys,
16.
16.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, pick a tense.
Present continuous.
Oh, todo van a ser present continuous ahora. Acuérdense que pueden ser 3 opciones. Uy, ese verbo.
A doctor is falling in a hospital.
Let's see. The doctor is falling in the hospital. That's correct. Very good. Okay, girls.
13.
13?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Ahora, cualquiera menos presente continuo.
Present simple.
Present simple.
Me estoy arrepintiendo de darle esa opción. Ok. Cualquiera menos el afirmativo.
Question.
Question.
The
Okay.
babies are babies
No, are
Babies sleep
are the babies?
Babies sleep in the car every week.
No, pero es una pregunta.
Una pregunta, chicas.
Es una pregunta.
A question in the present simple.
Are the babies
No. Do the baby.
No.
Yes. No, yes.
10.
No. Do the
No.
baby.
9.
No, do no.
Miss.
Those babies
8.
No.
In the car.
A ver, ¿cuál es elijan una respuesta. Por ahí va. Hay una que lo está diciendo bien.
Do the baby sleep in the car?
Yes.
No, do
the babies sleep in the car? Remember, questions in the present simple take do or does.
Por eso lo estoy
Muy
diciendo.
bien, se estaba desesperando. Ok, boys.
1.
1. And any tense menos presente continuo.
Simple.
Present or past?
Past.
Ah, past. Good. Cualquiera menos afirmativo.
The dog is walking. The dog isn't walking in the park.
The dog isn't walking.
No, wasn't.
Wrong.
Yes.
That is nothing for the boys. Okay, we are going to do one more round.
9.
9.
Okay, pick a past tense.
Past simple.
Simple past?
Past simple.
Yes.
Good. Now make a negative sentence.
Negative.
Tenemos que hacer una oración o una pregunta.
A negative sentence.
They weren't
¿Cómo sería esa para decir the people? Así sería.
cooking.
No sé, porque no la había usado esta. No sé qué sería.
They were
They
cooking
weren't.
They
They didn't
Cooking
cook in the
in the kitchen.
kitchen.
The grandfather and grandson didn't cook in the kitchen.
Well, miss,
Les voy a dar
it's the same. No.
5 puntos. Oh, God. Bueno, sería 20. Oh. Igual van ganando. No se atolondren. Ok, boys. The last one. Si hay empate, vamos a una ronda express.
20.
20. Okay, pick a present simple or past continuous.
Past continuous.
Good. Make a... ¿Cuál no hicieron? A question. Make a question. Those are so weird, right? ¿Por qué unos elefantes estarían en la playa? Okay, we have past continuous, a question using the 3 elements. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Come on, 10, 9.
Elephants are eating.
No, it's a question.
We're sitting in the beach.
No. Does the do the elephants were sitting in the beach when you called?
Can you repeat?
Do the elephants? No. Past continuous, no? Yes. Did the elephants were sitting in the beach when you called?
We do not use did in the past continuous. Remember that we say where the elephants sitting. So I'm afraid that I cannot give you points here. So in this case, we have a point for the girls. Les hago una recapitulación de cómo venimos. So far, the girls have 3 points and the boys have 2 points. Así que viene bastante jugada la cosa. Okay, congratulations, girls. All right, so that is the end of today's class. Do you have any questions?
No.
No? Okay, then as usual, things will be uploaded in the virtual classroom. Simo, ¿pudiste acceder?
Sí, pude.
¿Sí? Great, genial. El video y la presentación van a estar subidos ahí. Y bueno, cualquier pregunta me lo pueden hacer por ese medio, a mi mail. And I'll see you on Thursday. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.